You might think that the UK is a generally safe place to live compared to other places in the world, and it is. But that doesn't mean there isn't any very dangerous places that kill many people each year. One such place is the Strid in Yorkshire, England, along the River Wharfe. The Strid is a section of the River Wharfe. Compared to other rivers, the water flows a little faster, the bubbles a little more prominent, nothing too unusual. But whilst tranquil and beautiful, its looks can be very deceptive.
Behind me is a bit of water called the Strid. There are a couple of Strids in Britain, but this is the one on the River Wharfe at Bolton Abbey in Yorkshire. And I reckon it is the most dangerous stretch of water anywhere on Earth.
The river undergoes a drastic series of movement and current changes. This can see the river go from 1 metre wide to 27 metres in just a few minutes. The rocks are slippery and the banks are undercut. The water runs surprisingly deep over a honeycomb of underwater caves, rivers and rocks. All it takes is one wrong step and the current can easily take someone, never to be seen again. The exact depth of the Strid has never been determined. Scientists have attempted to analyse the river, but currents and vortices swallow or tear apart any equipment that's been placed within. And it's not just equipment, it's alleged that the river has eaten anyone who has had the misfortune to fall in, sucking them in to underwater caves, sometimes never to be seen again. The river currently has a 100% fatality rate. That means that anyone who has ever fallen in has fallen victim to its waters. Warning signs are displayed all along the length of the Strid in an attempt to alert people to the danger within the area. But this doesn't stop people falling victim every year. More recently, a couple enjoying a honeymoon to this beautiful and scenic area decided to walk along the rocks near the river. However, the water level suddenly rose 5 feet in less than a minute, and they were unable to climb free in time. Onlookers saw the river dragging the love-struck couple under the water and vanishing beneath its depths. The woman's body was found 6 days later, washed up on the rocks. However, the Strid did not release the husband's body from the underwater cave for 2 months before his body finally emerged and resurfaced. Another sad event that had taken place at the Strid was that of a young boy who attempted to jump a narrow part of the river about 3 foot wide. Unfortunately, he slipped and was immediately pulled below the surface, and his body was never recovered. Back in the 12th century, due to the number of people dying to the river, monks from a nearby monastery created a passage of stepping stones across a much wider but safer section of the river before modern day bridges were built. This was an attempt to try and stop people from attempting to cross at the seemingly safe and narrow section of the river where most people die. It just goes to show that nature can be beautiful and deadly at the same time, and that something as benign as a seemingly small section of river can hold something so deadly just beneath the surface.